A lot has been said about mysterious beings, as most people claimed they have had an encounter or two with mysterious beings or angels. While some claim angels appeared to deliver essential messages, others claim they came to give help to those in a time of need. But even with these claims, some still doubt that angels exist. So join us as we look at 15 guardian angels' experiences caught on camera. Number 15. Angel watching over a girl on a hospital admission. There is a certain belief that people who are critically ill attract supernatural beings. Whether you have experienced it as well or you do not believe it, Amber Rose's story might just clear your doubt. Amber Rose is a 9-year-old that was diagnosed with acute pneumonia. She was admitted to the Presbyterian Hospital in Charlotte for her treatment. The Presbyterian Hospital knows Amber and her family so well because Amber had been in and out of the hospital for different treatments. This time, she was admitted into the pediatric care unit and was soon placed on life support as her condition got worse as time went by. After trying several means to save Amber, the doctors realized that she could not be saved, and they told her mother that they would take off her life support. Amber's mother was tired of seeing her daughter in pain and also believed it was her time to go. Therefore, she thought it was a good idea to take her off life support. But to everyone's surprise, Amber remained alive for days even after her support was removed. Although she was on an oxygen mask, the doctors didn't expect her to be alive without life support. Soon they decided to remove the oxygen once and for all, and painfully, Amber's mother agreed again. On the day the mask was to be removed, the nurse in charge checked the camera showing Amber's ward and saw something that shocked her. She saw a man standing by the door looking at Amber. The nurse found it suspicious and had to go there to meet the man personally, but when she got there, the man had disappeared. After she got back to the monitor, she saw the man again. She then controlled the ward's door from where she was, and as soon as it opened, the man disappeared. The confused nurse called other staff and Amber's mother to take a look at the monitor, and by the time they all gathered, wings were visible where the man stood, and the man had allegedly turned into a bright, shining light. No one could explain what it was, but Amber's mother believed that her daughter's guardian angel had visited her. Surprisingly, Amber got better after and was eventually discharged. Number 14. Angel appeared after a pope was elected. Most Christians believe in angels. They believe angels are a medium through which God interacts with them if they obtain heavenly grace and mercy. It seems Pope Francis found the said grace as his election commanded the presence of an angel, or not. It was in 2013 in Miami, Florida, when an angelic figure appeared in the sky. It was not only Pope Francis who saw it, but many others who recorded the figure on their phones and uploaded it on social media. As you must have expected, the video soon went viral, getting people to debate if it was real or not. One thing to note is that the angelic figure was not seen on the day Pope Francis was elected, but a few days after, which made skeptics say it is not real. They also pointed out that the figure was seen by different people from different angles, which may have altered the image in a way. Therefore, there is no way to confirm if it was an angel or not. Some people also believe that this figure is only just a cloud that looks like the classical representation of an angel with wings. Before you decide on what side you want to stay, just know that the followers of Pope Francis do not care what anyone thinks. To them, that figure was an angel that appeared to approve of Pope Francis's election. Now, what side do you belong to? Number 13, Angel at a rock concert. Before we drop the 2013 folder, let's attend an inspiring concert, one that commanded an angel with wings of fire. Live at Promise Keeper's concert in Cedar Loa, different groups came to perform while everyone worshipped along. While the concert was going on, the pastor, who doubled as the convener, was recording the ministrations on his phone. Different groups performed while the pastor recorded them with nothing out of the ordinary happening. Soon it was time for a Christian rock group to perform, and as usual, the pastor picked up his phone to capture the moment. As they were singing a song with the lyrics, "Jesus, take all of me, I run to you, I run to you." It seemed Jesus listened and sent his angel to perform the task. The pastor saw an angelic figure standing in the middle of the stage looking at the crowd. He could not believe his eyes and soon posted the pictures on Facebook as he claimed in his caption that an angel appeared and made hundreds of people repent. Do we believe an angel actually appeared, or just take it as CGI? Number 12. Aaron Potter's angel. While you're still deliberating on whether to believe the concert pastor or not, let's talk about Aaron Potter's miracle healing, and of course the healing that had something to do with an angelic visit. Back in 2007, Potter was diagnosed with leukemia and soon cancer. She has to undergo surgeries to heal her cancer if possible. After the first and second surgery, her cancer would not go away but showed up stronger. The doctors told Potter's mother that her daughter needed a bone marrow transplant, and of course anything to save Potter's life. Potter and her mother headed to the hospital, and there she was admitted preparing her for the surgery. But before the surgery, while Potter was out breathing fresh air and playing, her mother decided to take her pictures to keep the memories of her trying times. After taking the pictures, she checked to look at them, and at first, she wouldn't notice anything. A closer look at the pictures revealed the presence of an angelic figure which she didn't see with her eyes when she was looking at her daughter playing. Potter had her successful surgery, and since then her mother said she had been free of cancer. Number 11. Angel in Anaheim, California. Now let's go to a church in Anaheim, California. Maybe, just maybe, what you see here would finally convince you that angels exist. The church program at this church started and ended as usual. There was nothing above ordinary, or maybe no one paid attention. But after the service, the church director decided to look at the feeds of the service for reasons best known to him. Or, let's take a guess. Maybe to see how the ministration went. While checking, his reason for checking in the first place most definitely didn't matter to him anymore, as he saw something strange and shocking. He saw an apparition he believes is of an angel flying over the congregation. He rushed to check the other cameras to be sure it wasn't a glitch. He also checked to see if the light from the apparition, a reflection of headlights, wasn't. After he checked these things, he then believed it was definitely an angel flying over the congregation. He said he's been a Christian all his life and has never seen a thing like that. While many people do not believe that the director saw an angel, the director was unwavering in his belief that an angel visited his church. Do you believe the director? You might just believe this next story. Number 10. A young motorist with his guardian angel. It was on a Wednesday that started like every other Wednesday until it didn't end like one for Mr. Wooden. While Wooden was heading home, he was involved in a ghastly accident that, of course, almost took his life. According to a witness, Pastor Michael, he said that Wooden's car tumbled, launched into the air, and then slammed into a tree. The pastor rushed to where the car crashed to help save the victim if there was still a chance. As he moved closer, he saw something propelling out of the passenger side window. The pastor, scared and worried for Wooden's life, started to pray to God to save his life while he called for help. Soon, the first responders arrived at the scene and started to give Wooden first aid. Michael then thought of taking pictures of the scene, and when he did, he saw a being that looked like an angel watching Wooden as he was being treated. After the treatment, Wooden came back to life and was well. The man narrated his story, and not many people believed him. Some say it was a reflection, while some say it doesn't even look like an angel, or maybe it was something else. Most likely, none of these would matter to Wooden, who managed to stay alive after the accident. Number 9. Chelsea Banton's angel. In case you didn't believe Amber Rose's story, here's a similar one that happened to another person in another location. This young girl named Chelsea Banton was diagnosed with pneumonia. Her condition became worse in 2008, and even though she was admitted, she was dying. Her mother, Colleen, was already frustrated and tired of seeing her daughter in that condition. She had been taking care of the girl since she gave birth to her 5 weeks premature. Chelsea had lived with a developmental disability since she was born, and her mother had been doing all that she could to make her well. But Chelsea would go from one ailment to another, so when she knew that Chelsea could not be saved, she was ready to let her go. She agreed that her life support be taken off her, which the doctors did. Soon after that, Colleen said she saw an angel appear to her daughter in the room while she was alone. She told the story to everyone that cared to listen, but no one believed her. Just to clear the air, the hospital checked the CCTV footage and also confirmed that they saw streaks of bright light shining from Chelsea's room. Miraculously, Chelsea began to recover, and within days of the incident, she was well and discharged. Although Chelsea didn't live long enough, she miraculously lived 7 years more with her family, who will forever be grateful to the angel that healed her. Do you have any words for this angel? He might be in the comments section. Number 8. Angel watching over a house. In East Jordan, Michigan, the fire chief of the same hood named Glenn Thorman had CCTV installed in his house to capture everything in motion just for security purposes. But you see, on a fateful night, while everyone had gone to bed and the CCTV was left to watch the house, it captured an angry watching over the house. The angel was sighted over a truck passed outside the house before it started walking away. A pastor in the neighborhood took it upon himself to share the picture on social media, claiming that it is evidence of God's protection over the house. According to the pastor, the family of Glenn prays every night for angels' protection over them as they sleep. This is why the pastor believes that the camera had captured a guardian angel. However, some people believe that what the camera captured was a moth. But the pastor countered that by saying the temperature of the town was 46 degrees Celsius, while the one at the house was 39 degrees, which was too cold for any insect. He also said the photo has been checked and confirmed to not have been altered in any way. Let's take one more look at this picture together. It sure looks like a moth, but since it's bigger, it might be an angel. Let's agree on something unanimously. What do you think it is? Number 7. A dying teen's angel. Sarah Danbury, a resident of Grantham Links, had a 19-year-old daughter, Amy, who was suffering from a rare liver cancer. While seeking help, they found the Royal Free Hospital in London, where they believed they would get help. The two took a trip to London and lodged in a nearby hotel where they realized it might be their last moment together. They decided to take pictures together and send them to Sarah's husband. While in the hotel room, Sarah took pictures of Amy, and in the picture is a heavenly apparition shining brightly and standing right above Amy. At first, when Sarah took the pictures, she didn't notice anything strange until she took a closer look. The apparition looks like that of an angel, and in fact, Sarah believed that it was Amy's guardian angel that had come to watch over her in her last days. You might say it is also a reflection of light, but Sarah confirmed that the lights on that side of the room were off. Sarah said this figure she saw gave her a lot of comfort because she believes it was watching over Amy. Unfortunately, this guardian angel did not save Amy, as she died 2 weeks after from complications that arose from her condition. Even though Amy didn't make it, Sarah was happy that the angel was with her in her last moments. Number 6. The Angel of Jakarta. This is one of the stories that resulted in controversy. In 2011, a CCTV outside a mall in Jakarta, Indonesia, captured a supernatural being. The strange figure had wings and shined brightly. At the start of the clip, the bright figure can be seen falling from the sky to the front of the mall, and almost immediately it took off with its wings. After that, guards at the mall rushed outside to see what it was, which shows that the guards could see the figure. But before they got out, the strange bright figure had left the spot. Many people believe that it was a hoax, as they do not think that the humanoid figure was a real angel. Some also believe that it was a poorly directed movie that was shot by an amateur. However, some people believe that the angel came to fulfill an unknown purpose, or to carry out some assignments in a flash. It sure looks like something happened for real, at least because of the guards that came afterwards. And if it is a movie, at least a person would have seen it, and he would have mentioned the movie title. But amid the uncertainties, there is a simple question we would like you to answer. Why would an angel visit a mall and leave hurriedly? Well, if that was truly an angel, we do hope it arrived safely at its destination. Now it's time for today's subscriber pick. This is an image of 2 kids somewhere in the woods in an unknown location. It appears these 2 kids had an encounter with an angel, and they were lucky enough to capture the moment. Just like everyone else that has captured their encounter with a guardian angel for us to see, they probably were not prepared for this moment. Just imagine yourself coming face to face with an angel at a close range. Would you be standing unbothered or scared? 90% of people would be startled at least for a while until they can be sure they are safe. But this is not the case in this picture. What do you think this is about? Have you ever had one of these experiences? Tell us in the comments below. Number 5. A priest spared by an angel. The case of a priest called Father Bach confused the whole world. On this fateful day, while he was driving in his car to church, He met with an accident that should have been ghastly or even fatal, but someone he was able to go unscathed. A 17-year-old boy was also driving along the same route when he suddenly lost consciousness due to a seizure. Immediately, his car headed at high speed toward Father Bach. Somehow, the boy's car flew over Father Bach's car, making his car leave the scene without getting affected. The incident happened so fast that even witnesses would have to watch the clip to understand what had happened. A closer look at the CCTV clip showed a man in a white robe and shining wings suddenly appearing and causing the boy's vehicle to hit a pile and fly away from Father Bach's car. The boy's car eventually landed on its wheels and stopped. The boy was taken to the hospital and was eventually declared fine by the doctors. While it is very difficult to see the angel in this video, Father Bach said he believes in angels even though he teaches science courses at the high school where he worked. Do you also believe in science and the supernatural at the same time? And also, can you spot the angel in this video? Number 4. Mom claimed son captured his guardian angel. Carrie Lyles is a mom to 7-year-old Asher, a young boy suffering from Down syndrome. The boy was named Asher with a double A because of his condition. For those who don't know what Down syndrome is, it is a condition whereby a person is born with an extra copy of chromosome 21. This is the reason why Asher's family gave his name an extra A. They have always believed that Asher is a blessing to them and that he is a peculiar child. On this day, Carrie decided to take Asher on a trip to Washington, D.C. from Texas, and while they were on the plane, Asher asked his mom to give him her phone. It was not the first time Asher would demand his mother's phone to take pictures, so Carrie didn't hesitate to give it to him. Immediately, the plane witnessed a little bit of turbulence, which later settled. After he was done taking pictures of the sky during takeoff, Carrie took her phone to check what he snapped and saw that Asher had captured an angel. Carrie believed that it was, in fact, Asher's guardian angel. She gladly shared the picture on her Facebook with a caption that states that her son took the pictures of his guardian angel. As usual, many didn't believe Carrie's story, and so many people tried to analyze the pictures in the comment section. One thing about clouds is they can form different types of images in the sky, making you wonder if there's an artist up there. Number 3. Tom Round's encounter. Among those who have come out to talk about their experience with angels is Tom Round. He is a pilot that narrated his experience with his guardian angel mid-flight. In the 1980s, while Tom was performing a routine low-level flying exercise which was 250 feet above ground level in a C-130 Hercules navigation, he got into an accident. Tom was with his crew from RAF Lynham in the plane, and everything started as normal as it should. They had passed Wales in West County when they suddenly experienced rain and low clouds, which made it really difficult for them to see. They all began to panic, but Tom panicked the most. He suddenly yelled at the second pilot to take a climb and turn left. The pilot obeyed him, and as soon as he did, the altimeter that indicates the height of a flight began to shriek. That showed that they were less than 250 feet from the ground and parallel to the mountain's northern slope. The radar altimeter continued to fall until 50 feet, and at that point, they thought the plane would crash into the mountainside. At that moment, Tom said he heard his guardian angel speak to him to take action. And as soon as he acted on it, everything became normal, and they were able to land safely. Even though there was no picture evidence to show for it, there's little to no reason for us not to believe this story because unlike those pictures found to be fake in the past, Tom didn't make an effort to make anyone believe him. He told his story, and that was it. But wait, would you listen if your guardian angel suddenly spoke to you? Number 2, ghostly image of a guardian angel. This one is really tragic. Have you ever come across the news of tornado victims in Oklahoma back in 2013? The incident shook the whole world as lives were lost. One of the victims of this disaster was a 9-year-old boy named Nicholas McCabe. Of course, Nicholas's family was more than sad to lose their son to the natural disaster, but they can console themselves when they looked back at some of his pictures before he died. One of the pictures showed the presence of a guardian angel with him. The McCabe family believes that since their son had a guardian angel with him in his last days, he must be somewhere safe. And as if that was not enough, they also claimed that a guardian angel was spotted in Nicholas's cousin's picture. The family then assumed that Nicholas became the guardian angel watching over his cousin after he had died. Do people turn into angels after they die now? Well, we wouldn't know. We are still very much alive. Number 1, angel flying over India. Lastly, let's take a trip to India to see an angel that was not in a hurry to leave. A video filmed at Qutub Minar in Delhi shows a couple posing for a picture. These days, it is not strange to see people, especially couples, everywhere posing for the camera, but what happened after was strange. The couples were posing for a video in front of an ancient monument. Sounds like a cool spot for a good video, but they had barely stood for the shot before they heard people screaming. The person holding the camera had no choice but to divert the camera to what was making people scream. It was in the sky, and so the camera flashed into the sky, showing a man flying on top of a tower at a great speed. It was so fast that the man was too hard to track. For a minute, the flying man disappeared, but later reappeared in the area the second time. People can be heard screaming again, wondering who the man is. Unlike the stories of angels that we have heard, and the pictures we have seen, this particular one has no wings, making people wonder if it is an angel or something else. What do you think this figure is? An angel? A man with supernatural powers? Or an alien? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.